Welcome to Star Sign Horoscopes, presented by Astrology Hub. This is your place to discover how each zodiac sign can work with this week's astrology. I am your host, Jamie Magee, an astrologer, author, and a member of the production team here at Astrology Hub, and I am really excited to dive into this week's astrology with you. Hey guys, welcome to Star Sign Horoscopes. Today we're going to be taking a look at the astrology for April 22nd through the 28th. As we get started today, I would love to know where you're tuning in from and what your sun sign is. And bonus points, if you know where your Mercury is in your personal natal chart, I'd love for you to comment with that too, because Mercury will be very active this week. Let's talk about why. Now, as we move toward next week's eclipse, there's a lot of busy communication that's focused on releasing the past and reaching for the future. This week, Mercury and Taurus will conjunct the North Node, inviting you to communicate new ideas and goals that you've been working on this year. He will also square Saturn, asking you to consider your foundations and structures. If there are any in your life that you need to fortify, create, or possibly release. Mercury will also sextile both Jupiter and Neptune, a place of growth and new beginnings in your life. And he will trine Pluto, an area where you've worked on your relationship with power and transformation, becoming your own authority. This week, we also have Venus approaching a conjunction with both Neptune and Jupiter. As she does, she will sextile the North Node. This energy will invite in harmony and creativity into that forward-thinking action and conversations that you're having this week. With a sky this focused on communication and thinking, you may find that your words and thoughts are either building bridges or perhaps breaking ties with the past so you can have more supportive bridges on the new path that you're on. Now, the amount of tension you experience this week will largely depend on what conversations, plans, actions that you have taken before now. For some of you, this may feel like a natural unfolding of circumstances. And for others, it may feel like you're receiving an unwanted wake-up call or signal that it's time to move forward. With all that being said, and considering the transits for this week, our theme is going to be Say What You Mean. All right. As a weekly reminder, please be sure to listen to both your sun sign and your rising sign to get a better overall view of where you may be experiencing this energy this week. Okay, guys, let's get started. Okay, Taurus, let's take a look at your week. Now, Taurus, as you step further into your birthday month, communication is busy, direct, and somewhat wordless, even though it feels hectic overall. In other words, you may not say much, but what you have to say carries a lot of power. Your personal ambitions and goals are becoming clearer to you now, which leaves you ready to either challenge a current career and reputation that you have or actively strengthen the foundations that you've built there. Now, this could cause some conflicts or shifts around your partnerships and your sense of foundation, your roots where you feel nurtured. Now, I would encourage you to keep an open mind with these tensions and focus on the result that you're trying to achieve. If you have any trusted teachers or mentors, this would be a great time to ask for advice or to lean on their teachings. Look deep into your own convictions as well and that dream that you're carrying. Because Taurus, I think that you hold more answers than you may be aware of. And overall, I do hope you have a great week. I look forward to seeing you next time. Okay, Gemini, let's talk about your week. Now, Gemini, if I could give you a personal theme this week, it would be mind over matter. Your mind is going to be busy this week and possibly drawn inward. However, what you're contemplating will impact the more public areas of your life. If you can take time to reflect, withdraw, and think this week, I definitely encourage you to do that. This is where mind over matter comes in. Not doing so could cause unwanted anxieties, doubt, or confusion, or that overall sense of feeling unwell to kind of swell deep inside of you. Another thing that you can look at or concentrate on or focus on in this reflective time is all of the transformation and deep growth that you've gone through in the recent past. These could be power struggles with other people, situations, something with inside of you. Lean on what you learned in that period of your life to kind of help guide you in the period that you're in now and the direction that you're trying to go in. Now, I also think that you're going to find a lot of helpful suggestions or ideas that could come from authority figures or mentors in your life, people that kind of help support that overall sense of purpose. This is the direction I'm trying to go in. Some good questions to contemplate too in that reflective area is, what do you want to be known for in the world? What can you tap into that's deep inside of you and bring that out forward into the world? These are all great questions to contemplate this week, Gemini. And I do hope that you have a good one. I'll see you next time. Okay, Cancer, let's take a look at your week. Now, Cancer, this week may prove to be extra busy around friends or groups that you're a part of. The straightforward but deep conversations are based on who and what you want to partner with and how this will change your overall life. Now, Cancer, remember that not making a choice is still a choice. So try not to shy away from conversations that have a little bit of an edge to them this week. It's better to kind of unravel them right now. Just remember to speak from the heart and kind of hold the end goal or the end intention in mind as you think through and speak through some of these conversations. I do think that you have a lot of support within your partnerships that can kind of help you move through this. There's also a lot of support that you can find deeply held within your own personal convictions and your goals. Kind of look deep within for some answers as well. Now, overall, in your partnerships, there may need to be a little give and take on both sides. Someone needs to release something, someone needs to pick up more, back and forth, or it could be a little bit of both in different areas. Ultimately, the goal is forward motion, moving towards security and harmony in your life. So this week, Cancer, please remember to say what you mean. I do hope you have a good one. I look forward to seeing you next time. Okay, Leo, let's take a look at your week. Now, Leo, this week your reputation is on fire. You'll either be speaking about the purpose and goal that you're pursuing to those that you are leading, or hearing what others have to say about the actions that you're taking now. With that being said, your partnerships may test you this week. This could be both a positive and a negative. It all depends on your perspective and the work that you've put in before now. Hopefully, the structures you have here are helping support growth in all areas of your life. If not, the question is, what do you need to let go of? Reflect on what you've learned and what you've changed in your overall daily life. You could find some answers there as to what you need to do now. The goal is to keep your eye on the new chapters that you're opening and the soul deep reason that you're pursuing this new horizon and these new chapters. Remember, even though it sounds harder, working with change and not against it elevates you higher in all areas of your life. I do hope you have a great week, Leo. I look forward to seeing you next time. Okay, Virgo, let's talk about your week. Now, Virgo, because Mercury is your ruling planet, you may sense the active communication this week on a higher level. It may just feel like someone's just turned the volume up in every area of your life. A lot of the conversations and thoughts that you're working with this week are focused on a new horizon, something around learning, teaching, a new adventure or conviction that you are really concentrated on right now. And what you're thinking about is how to use the structures in your daily life right now to support this, or if you need to just rework the structures you have there so you are supported on this new journey. Now, I do think that you'll find some helpful support from like that passion, your heart, like you really want to do this deep within inside, and also from your partnerships, those one-on-one partnerships that have really been blossoming recently this year. Now, Virgo, something to keep in mind. In order to move forward, often we have to let go of something. Now, this could be anything from anxieties, fears, or people or places that we've just simply outgrown at this chapter or this point in our lives. Another note here, nothing ever truly leaves us. We get to carry that experience, we get to carry that emotion with us into the new horizon, into the new chapter. I think if you kind of hold that thought with you and say what you mean this week, you'll be able to guide yourself beautifully through these conversations and really make some powerful, strong forward motion plans. I do hope you have a great week, Virgo. I look forward to seeing you next time. Okay, Libra, let's take a look at your week. Now, Libra, as you come off an intense full moon that was in with your sign, relationships still have a lot of your attention. What you communicate this week is grounded, direct, and has a powerful message behind it. You're ready to let go of something that's holding you back so you can reach for something that can take you to a new level of depth and experience. This could be with an intimate partner or something around finances. The challenge you have is coming from things or people that you hold close to your heart, like what you're really passionate about. This area of your life is either going to inspire you to go forward or ask you to slow down and get a better plan, get stronger foundations and a system around what you're trying to do before you kind of leap forward. Remember, overall, the plan and live forward. Plan and live forward. And of course, say what you mean this week, Libra. I do hope you have a good one. I look forward to seeing you next time. Okay, Scorpio, let's talk about your week. Now, Scorpio, grounded in practical communication within your partnerships is very likely this week. This energy automatically stirs attention around your sense of purpose, your reputation, and your home. It's your home and your roots that may feel the most pressure this week, or where you will have your mind focus. Something here is either going to support your partnerships or ask you to have more structure before you commit on a deeper level. It all depends on the work that you've done before this moment. Now, remember, Scorpio, there are no wrong answers. The universe will always course correct, no matter where you find yourself at this week. Your job right now is to make the most of the choices you have here and the reasons that you have behind them. Look forward, set intentions and thoughts toward what you want to happen, not what you fear will happen. Remember, Scorpio, this week to say what you mean. I do hope you have a good one. I look forward to seeing you next time. Okay, Sagittarius, let's take a look at your week. Now, Sagittarius, you may find that this week feels extra busy or that communication and thoughts about what needs to happen is coming from every direction. This is a time where you want to consider what has worked well in the past and what is ready to be released so that there's more love and practicality in your daily life. Now, people you speak to every day or those that you hold close are either going to challenge or activate you to make changes in your daily routine and around your overall work and health. Now, there's a lot of support that you can call on from both your inner knowing and truth, but also from your home and your roots, where you felt that sense of beauty and expansion recently. Some good questions to walk with this week, Sagittarius, is how can you continue to support the creative love and expansion that you have at your core, at your roots? And is there something that you do daily that is either supporting you and you can continue to do that, or that's holding you back and that you can release? All great questions to consider as we move closer to the eclipse season and the energy focuses on your routines. I do hope you have a great week, Sagittarius. I look forward to seeing you next time. Okay, Capricorn, let's take a look at your week. Now, Capricorn, this week, conversations and thoughts are going to have a heightened focus when it comes to your passions. This could be something that you love unconditionally, your creative pursuits, your children, your love affairs. You're looking for ways to support this area of your life with more security, beauty, and lasting roots. Now, naturally, you're either going to find that you have the grounded support you need already in your resources or reasons to build stronger resources with this cosmic energy. A lot of it will largely depend on what you've done up until this point around your resources. Now, Capricorn, I do think that you're going to find a lot of support, inspiration, and connections in your local environment or people and places that you connect to daily that can help you reach whatever goals that you set in this area. Now, I do want to encourage you not only this week, but always to connect with your heart, with your joy when making shifts or choices like this in your life, what you're trying to fortify. Because the timeless structures that you are building always need that heart and that love at its core in order for them to truly last. I do hope you have a great week, Capricorn. I look forward to seeing you next time. Okay, Aquarius, let's take a look at your week. Now, Aquarius, this week, conversations and thoughts are going to be wrapped around your home or your roots. Because this topic is at your foundation, you're automatically going to be considering people that you're in partnership with, your overall sense of purpose, your career, and your vitality. You may find that this week that you're asking or thinking, does this feel right? Does it feel right where I am? Does it feel right where I'm intending to go? I definitely kind of encourage you to sit with those questions because no matter what your answer is, this is a good time to consider what you need to let go of or reach for so you can have a healthy foundation that really supports your overall life and the new path that you're on. Now, I do think that you're going to have a lot of support coming from deep within, but also from your assets, your resources, and your skills that you're already holding. Like you're almost more ready than you think you are to make the decisions that you're making. Now, I just want to remind you one more time that with these decisions, if you're considering to make a big purchase, just also ask yourself if you're going to love it today. If you love it today, are you going to love it in 5 years or 10 years from now? Like these big investments, I want you to really kind of think long term as you make them. So you ensure that this beautiful growth that you've had there is going to support you in the very, very long run. I just want you to look really deep into the future. All right. I do hope you have a great week, Aquarius. I look forward to seeing you next time. Okay, Pisces, let's take a look at your week. Now, Pisces, communication may feel over the top this week, especially around those that you see and speak to on a daily basis. You may find yourself considering what you need to shift in this area of your life so that you can communicate more clearly. Is there anything holding you back from speaking what you want to? Fears or anxieties? Or do you have a wealth of information ready to spill out and to be shared with the world, and you're looking for a steady way to do this? Or could it be a mix of both of those? Now, no matter your answer, you will find that the work you've done around your dream, your friends, your community, and those that you stand shoulder to shoulder with every day are going to be there to support you. Kind of lean into them if you need to. You also have a lot of inner strength that can help guide your natural intuition as you speak up this week. Now, keep your mind and your energy focused on what's coming next and not on the past. And that'll definitely help you override some of those fears and anxieties. And if at times it seems like it's too loud or there's just too much to say, I would encourage you to take a step back, turn off the devices, sit with what you're trying to communicate, and then bring it back out into the world. I do hope you have a great week, Pisces. And please remember this week, say what you mean. I look forward to seeing you next time. Okay, Aries, let's take a look at your week. Now, Aries, this week, your attention and actions are going to be wrapped around your assets, skills, and your overall resources, and of course, the self-esteem that you've built. As we approach eclipse season, this area of your life will have a heightened sense of focus. You may find that you're going to have to step away from a legacy that you're a part of and begin to create your own. So this week, any doubt or courage around your dreams or friends may invite in several conversations or thoughts. What matters here overall, Aries, is what you believe deep inside about what you're ready for. If you feel uneasy about what you need to do to bring in more structure and foundations to prepare for these changes, I do think that you're going to have a lot of support coming from within, like an inner faith and inner knowing. No matter how the communication goes this week, keep your eyes focused on the future. What do you want to build? What breakthrough idea or action is just around the corner, and how can you start to create this? Keep your mind forward and not back, and you're going to find a lot of great answers this week. And remember, in these conversations, to say what you mean, kind of speak from deep within. I do hope you have a great week, Aries. I look forward to seeing you next time. Okay, guys, that is everyone. I do hope you found some helpful insights on how to work with this week's theme, which is say what you mean. Now, remember, if you would like to get a time-stamped email sent to you each week, so you just have to go straight to your sign, all you have to do is go to astrologyhub.com/star signs, and we will send this to you each week. All right, guys, have a great week. I look forward to seeing you next time. If you enjoyed this episode, please rate, review, and hit subscribe on your favorite podcast platform so that you can easily stay up to date on the latest Astrology Hub podcast episodes. You can learn more about Astrology Hub and find out about all of our shows at astrologyhub.com/podcast.